Hello and welcome to another video. First of all, very important, the spaghettis are here on the TV. On the TV, here are the spaghettis. A little update to the shelf. I'm nearly done with all the assets. You sent me amazing stuff and I'm very happy. I'm still trying to adjust some materials for the assets, so they are a little bit difficult to translate into Unreal. Some assets, not all of them, and yeah, so much to that. And the spaghettis are here on the TV, and yeah, in this tutorial is a little follow-up to the environment tutorial, to the modular environment asset tutorial I did last week. And in this tutorial I will show you the essential modular assets for construction buildings. It's very easy. The texture files are in the link below the video, like always, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I was inspired for this tutorial and this video by Brutalist Arcade. Brought me onto the track to the whole construction modular asset thing. So basically I did this video just for him. He texted me on Instagram about it, and so I hope I can help a bit with the whole thing with this video. So and also city builds and modular stuff looks extremely epic with construction elements and construction assets. So hope you have a lot of fun. It's not that long, this video, and yeah, and the final reveal is very epic. So yeah, let's make some more modular assets for our city environment. Yeah, the first thing we should do is let's make a new collection and call it construction assets. Yeah. Now let's make our reference guy, and I think we can also hide the camera for now and also the light. Let's make a reference guy, call him guy. I think the measurements are very important for assets, so you don't have to adjust a lot of stuff later on. So we have our 2x2x2 cube, so let's bring him a bit up above the floor level by 1, and now click on the cube, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Now the good thing is, if we hit S, for example, to scale, it will only scale above the floor layer. Okay, nice. Oh, a little quick tip: if your 3D cursor is somewhere in the room, not exactly in the center, there's a little trick. Just hit Shift C and the 3D cursor will jump back to the center of the room. After it's snapped back, just change to this move tool and everything is fine again. So also I will duplicate the guy and throw it in our asset collection, because I think it's a good base for the upcoming assets. So, but now let's make our reference guy. Dimensions on the X 0.5, on the Y 0.5, and let's keep the 2 meters. And also let's give him a color. Click on material, base color, yellow, and done. Nice. And Let's hide him for now. Switch to our other guy and let's click here minus, so this cube doesn't have an material. Good. So I think for the assets we should start with an pillar, like those pillars you can see on every construction building and stuff. It's a very important asset, and I think especially for construction stuff, the essential assets are very limited, and you get very far with the essentials. And like I said in the last tutorial, I think you should build an essential asset kit for your environment and build above that if you want to work with modular assets. So let's make a pillar. Dimensions on X 0.1. Let's make it very thin. We want to make a pillar 0.1 on the Y and keep the 2 meters for now. Very important quick tip. If you wanna go with a very low poly count, you could make, instead of this cube situation, just a plane. It would work too, but for lighting reasons and aesthetic reasons, I wanna use an cube. It's not in the greater mind of LOWPOLY, but I think it will look a bit more interesting, but you will see. So let's give the project a save. Nice. So now our guy is the average size of a person. So the pillar needs to be taller than that. Let's hide the guy. And I would say, let's go with, let's test 3 on the Z axis. I think 3 meters could totally work. Why not? So let's hide the guy again. And yeah, like I said, if you wanna keep a very low poly count, just make a plane instead of a cube. But yeah. So now we will rotate to give it a more organic look. Let's rotate the pillar on the Z axis on 45. Nice. And give it a quick save, Control S, and yeah, let's call it iron pillar and hit new. Hit the yellow dot and image texture. Already change it to closest and increase the roughness and decrease the specular. Open, and now let's just use my construction texture I made. I think you can totally make it yourself. I went on a little trip outside my apartment and made a few pictures and combined them into one single picture, one texture file for these assets. So let's change to UV editing. And you see it's weirdly unfolded, and we are very lazy. So I would say let's switch to the face selection, hit A, and UV unwrap faces, project from view. Also switch here to the viewport shader and grab. And let's drag those up and drag those down. Nice. Why not? Also not in the mind of you know, low poly, but I mean, you can break the rules if you want. You can technically just make the shape a bit more interesting, make a edge loop, and toggle the X-ray face selection. Oh, let's just select those here and scale, for example. Looks a bit more interesting if we have a variation of the size. But yeah, I think yeah, you have to decide yourself if you wanna play around with the shape of the pillar. I Control C that. So also to save geometry, you could technically delete those up and down here. But yeah, so we made our first pillar. Nice. And also, oh, very quick tip, hit A, and inside this view hit A, and now you could just change the texture of the pillar if you want, and to give it more variation. But yeah, that's for you to decide. Let's keep it simple. Now let's check the scale. Yeah. And let's make the next one. Is that the object mode? Hit Control A and insert. Let's make a plane. Switch to the Z and let's throw it here and here. And let's make it, let's check in with our reference guy. I think 2.5 on X or double the amount would be interesting. But let's also go with, let's go with 4. On dimensions, hit 4, and let's drag that on the Control left, hold Control and click on the arrow you want to snap it to the grid. Nice. And let's hide our reference guy. Let's select it and give it the same material. And I think we can name it Construct Textures and go into UV editing. Click on the Z. right click in face selection and project from view. So also rotate it. And I mean, now you can decide if you want wood planks, for example, but I will go with this thing. And now I will adjust it a bit. Nice. And also this thing here, I think we can use it to give it a bit more of a shape. So let's go in here, select it around it and hit E. And also hit I also while wait, I go back. So I selected all the edges, and on the Z axis I'm pulling it down. I'm switching here to the front view, this green one, and now E to extrude. On Z, Y or X you can change the snapping to the direction, and I hold Control to just extrude it one square down. I think one is enough. So I think this side, let's go to the face selection and select the front face and the back face. Go to the front view, right click, project from view, and let's hit R and hold Control to snap rotate it. Hit S and I think a bit of asymmetry is very interesting. Nice. And yeah, I want texture that will leave it flat like that, but I will draw it here so it also gets this bright shade. So yeah, let's bring back our pillar, and I think you already can see what I'm going with, which direction I'm aiming. So let's call that iron floor. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Okay, nice. So and now I think let's go to the object mode, layout, object mode, and now hit set origin 3D cursor. So it's here on the corner. Nice. And now we have those separate assets. And I would say, how about we make a combined asset with all of them, but later to that. So now let's remember the or you know what? Let's Shift D and rotate it. Okay, let's hide the other assets and make this one smaller. I think 2 is too much. I think 1/2, so 0.5 is enough. The rest of the dimensions I think could totally work. Okay. Now also a big question is we should pull the assets above the floor. So yeah. But for now, let's texture this new one. Go into UV editing, hit A to select everything. Go above it and right click, project from view, select everything, drag select everything, or hit A, hit R and hold control and rotate it to the right place. Now let's get a very interesting put situation more here in the dirty direction. I would say, yeah. Now let's select the front parts. I think it would be a bit more interesting if we take the underside and just give it maybe a darker tone. Makes the wood more interesting. Nice. So select the front, both front views. By the way, I'm still in the X-ray. So control if I selected everything else. No, I don't. Right click, project from view. Nice. And hit A, rotate. And maybe let's give it, oh, where is it? Scale it a bit down. Now we could decide if we want to make it a bit more a lighter or darker tone. Let's show place. Let's go darker. Show them again. Select untoggle X-ray. I selected all of them and click here on the red dot, right click, project from view, and R, hold control, snap it to rotation and scale this a bit up. And maybe make that lighter. Nice. Now we have a wood plank. A wooden plank. Now save the project. And I think, yeah, we should adjust the flooring. Let's pull this up. We still on the Z-axis, we know it's 0.1 thick. So let's hit here 0.1. So we just dragged it above the floor, hit right click, set origin 3D cursor. Now it's above the floor. So if we now, for example, would insert a plane, it would be above the floor. Nice. So let's do the same thing for the iron floor thing. We have the same on the dimension on the Z-axis, the same thickness. So 0.1, nice and good. Noise. And I think maybe it would be a bit more interesting. Tab to change in edit mode and let's delete the face. Face selection, selected the face down. I think that's looking very interesting. It's a bit more true to the original, I would say. So, is there something else we could do? Yeah, let's make a cube. Oh, I'm in the edit mode. Back. Nice. Oh, let's give it a look how it looks together. Very nice. Can you see that? With the lighting, very interesting, very awesome. And give it a quick save. And what now? We have the wooden plank. Yeah, and I think that's a good base. Let's make a combined asset of the floor and the pillar. In a second you will understand what I mean. Let's unhide those. Select both, control left click or drag above them, but don't select the wood plank. And I'm still in the still in the object in the edit mode. I make that mistake so many times. So select both, control, nice. And now I'm hiding the original ones and I'm selecting the pillar, duplicate. I'm using per left click the red arrow, control to snap to the grid. So it's perfectly on 4 meters, or you could also just use here on the Z axis. Nice. And now duplicate and on the green one -2, also -2. Perfect. Nice. Good. And to make it more interesting, I would say let's select one of those. Let's go into UV editing, select one of those and hit A. Select it here, hit A. And like I said before, just drag it to another thing. Switch to the object mode, take another pillar and tab edit mode, face selection, hit A here in the window and let's drag it here so it's a bit more interesting. Nice. Good. Back to layout. And now select above those 5 assets and Control J to make them into one asset. Now the point is here. Let's hit right click, set origin, 3D cursor, nice. And also check if the flooring is even, nice. Let's hit object, apply all transformations. Okay, nice. And now we have the base for this Now we have the base for this weird construction thing you can see in front of every building. And I think this is basically everything you will need for that's the essentials for construction assets. And now let's name it construction thing. I don't know. So okay, good. I think these are a perfect base for our assets. The combined one, very important, and also the individual elements, and that's a perfect base to do something very interesting. And now I will show you something very interesting. Let's select our thingy here, add modifier, array, and now x 0 and z 1. And now let's increase the count. Let's say 5, why not? Nice. And now we got that construction thingy. And if you wanna throw it inside your game, just hit here, apply array, and you have the whole thing. Or you just extrude this one single thing. Also, you could, if you want, make a alternate version with different coloring of the pillars. And also, this can make the thing look a bit more interesting. Let's duplicate the RM pillar for now. Yeah, let's rotate it like that. Go from global to local, and let's scale it on the Z axis. Nice. And let's use the wood plank. Duplicate, hide the original. And let's rotate it upwards. -90. And duplicate it again and rotate it 90. Yeah, well, that's a good base for nearly every construction thing you want to do. And yeah, I think that's a good fundament. The texture for the whole thing is in the comments below, the link. And also, why not? You can also go into the city and make some pictures yourself. I think you have now a reference on how I made it. I tried to make very straight pictures and everything. And also, let's very quick decrease the resolution of the texture to make it more PS1. I added in Paint size change pixel 256. Okay, hit save. Make sure to make a copy so you got a high res and a low res version of it. And now let's apply our materials. We have only one material for everything. We already made it closest. Let's change to low. And now we got that PS1 style going on here. Nice. And also the variation of the plank is very interesting. I think it's a good choice to make the front and the back different. So nice. Nice. Good. Okay. let's make a construction building very quick.